Thanks for tuning in for the final episode of season 1 of We'll Name the Show Later. We'll come back shortly with season 2. In the meantime, sit back and enjoy this episode. We'll catch you on the flip. Peace, peace.
Go ahead.
Make your partner feel like you have options.
Okay. I'm trying to remember how I saw something that said you should, even if you're in not a marriage, but a committed relationship, it says something to where you should always, I think it was Bishop, what is that man's name? Because he has
TD Jakes?
No. It's this
Don Juan?
No, not a pimp. I'm like, not a pimp, ma'am. No.
Those are only two bishops that I know. TD Jakes and Don Juan.
I'm gonna have to find his name. But he has books on relationships. And he was
a Christian bishop?
Yes, he has books on relationships.
Was he married?
I believe he's not married right now. No, he's not.
Oh, okay. Y'all keep that in mind.
Yes. But
was he married?
I believe so. Okay. I'm not sure.
How many times was he divorced?
Girl, I don't know. Let me just tell this real quick. Then we'll look into that. I have to look into him because I think it was him who was talking about it. About you still have to let that, he was talking to women and he was saying you still have to let that man know that you have options. Because if a man feels as if you do not have options, then they're just going to do whatever they want and not see you as the prize you are. What kind of load of malarkey is that? Go ahead. Go.
So it's always some man who's divorced who ain't got a woman who wants to tell a woman what to do.
Right.
So that's number one. So as a woman who has held down a man since 99, let me tell you, that is some BS. So if a man treasures you, if he truly loves you,
right,
why would he want to think that a bunch of other dudes is sniffing in your butt? That's gonna give him anxiety.
Problem. Right.
Then he's gonna be like, oh snap. That's gonna make him like, if he's not a jealous person, it's gonna make him like, it's gonna make him want to hold tight to you, but not in a positive way.
No.
Again, if he treasures you as his partner, as the person who compliments him, as the person who is his other half, he doesn't have to worry about you having other options, because he knows that you are his own. You are his. You are her only. Wait, how to say? You are her only. You are her only option.
Yes, he is.
Like y'all are together, and that's even before y'all get married, because let's just say y'all dating seriously, right?
All right.
Y'all dating seriously. Y'all are moving towards marriage, so then that shouldn't be a problem. Now let's just say y'all are dating. Y'all just dating. Then you already know that there's options out there. Because if you dating somebody who ain't got options, then you probably dating a mud duck. Why would you date a mud duck? Why would you date somebody who don't have any potential? That's on you. Then you stupid. Then you what's wrong with you? Why would you date somebody who has why would you want to date somebody who don't nobody else want? Unless you have some kind of complex that you have to date somebody that is I guess really, really like a 2. Do you want to date a 2? I don't want to date a 2.
Absolutely. I'm too shallow for that.
Yeah. Like I don't want to date somebody who doesn't have any earnings potential, who doesn't have, any potential to learn, who doesn't have any potential to grow. So who is going to, you already know that this person, by looking at them, by studying them, you're going to know that this person has options automatically.
But it doesn't need to be thrown in their face all the time.
Who is this person? Why would I want to always be on the alert that this dude got some broads always
Sniffing up under him.
hanging off his nuts. What the?
Uh-huh.
Why would I want to? And men are typically
Very
more
territorial.
possessive. They're territorial. They're possessive. Why would I want to make that even worse? Who is this clown? Don't listen to him, ladies and gentlemen. That's freaking stupid.
Because then you don't know. You may think you know who your partner is, right? Right? Think you know, but you never know who you're really dealing with until you put them in a certain situation. Like that other clip that I sent you earlier, and you said you already saw it, about the man who killed his
Oh no, I
fiance.
didn't see. No. That one I didn't see. I saw the one about the girl who followed her dude, and he had a wife.
Oh, did you look at that one I sent you?
I did, and that one was the one that you sent me about the man who killed his
Fiance.
fiance. That one was wild. But after 6 years and however many kids, she knew that dude.
She only had one. They only had that one
They only had
child
one together, but she
that
was
she
with
was
him
pregnant
6
with.
years.
Yeah.
She knew
You
that dude.
know, so you can't be playing in these men's face because you don't know who.
She
Like
wasn't playing.
you
She
know,
wasn't playing. She wasn't playing in his face.
she wasn't. But what I'm saying is, from what we were discussing about how the man was saying, the bishop was saying that you should let these men know you have options. Okay, you dealing with a crazy dude. You know you're dealing with a crazy dude. Do you even want that as an
But
option? Because
you don't. You don't want to
you don't
bring the
know
crazy out of him. I mean, like, yeah, you want to know if he's crazy, but you don't want to bring that kind of crazy out
that
in
kind of
him.
crazy out.
Like,
Yes.
let's know. Why would you want to do that? I mean, yeah, you want to know that he has a kind of crazy in him, so that you can kind of like eliminate that out your life. That's outstanding. If that's the kind of way that you want to eliminate people, great. But that is insane. Don't do that. Do
But
not
there
do that.
was, and it's not just the men, it's the women too, because there was a woman who killed her husband on Facebook Live a couple weeks ago.
Everybody's going crazy.
Shot him because she found a text message thread of him talking to some woman.
I'm not going to jail
I'm not going to jail.
for anybody. I'm not going to jail
Absolutely
for
not.
my kids. I'm not going to jail for my spouse. I'm not going to jail for my mama. I'm not going to jail for anybody because I like freedom, and I do not want to have to. I don't want to have to be forced to be in a homosexual relationship with somebody I do not like. I do not want to have to do that.
You don't have to wash Bertha's drawers on Tuesday
I
by
do
hand
not
in
want
the
to. I do not want to be forced into cunnilingus. I do not want to do that. Again, like I've said it before, I have a vagina. I do not want to have to deal with another one. I don't want the one that I have. I don't want to deal with another one. No,
Okay,
thank you.
but let me ask you this. So, with that crazy, right? I told you that woman did it on live. It was all over the news. It was all over the place. I don't remember where she was, but I'm pretty sure we can pop it up because I sat there and I watched it and I said, "Oh my gosh." Her mother was at the home because she called the mom over, and the mom was co-signing and being antagonizing to the conversation about what about the girl and what about this and what about that, and mom is doing this. That's a problem in the first place. You don't have your mom in your business like that. But anyway, she was doing it, and then all of a sudden, mind you, the children were in the home, and I don't remember why she got the gun, but she got the gun and the phone was down. You couldn't see anything. And then the next thing you know is how. And the mom was like, what are you doing? What are you? And I'm like, you antagonized the whole thing. And now you want to be like, oh, what are you doing? And then you hear the babies crying and everything else. Do you think that the woman intentionally shot him to kill him? Or do you think she had a blackout moment in rage and killed him?
I can't call it. I can't call it because here's the thing. Like, so I don't know what caliber gun it is. I don't know if she's had any prior gun training. Because when you shooting a gun, like I got a 40, that sucker has a kick. So um if you're not if you're not aiming it properly, if you don't have the proper stance, if you don't have the proper hold, you may be aiming one way, they're gonna go up, they're gonna go to the side, and then you end up shooting something totally different. So
Mm.
I don't know. I can't call it. Now, I don't know where she ended up. Did she shoot him in the head? Did she shoot him in the neck? Did she shoot him in the stomach? Where did she shoot him at? So did she
Don't remember, but it was fatal.
so if it was one single shot and it's fatal, I'm assuming somewhere in the heart, in the head, in the neck, and in the lung. So she hit him in a body shot or in a head shot because or if she somehow hit the femoral artery,
Right.
you that's or if depending on how fast the EMS services came through, maybe maybe in the guts, and then sepsis set in, but that would take a long time for that to happen. So I don't know. He died at the scene.
I believe he did.
So probably heart, lungs, neck, or head,
Hmm.
or femoral artery, which means that I don't know. I don't know. So I mean, I can't call it. I can't call it. But crimes of passion, that shit happens. All you know is you mad, and mom over there hyping her up.
Hmm.
And like, mom, why would you do that? You so stupid.
Hmm.
Now you got to take care of them babies. Now you stuck taking care of them babies because the
Yeah,
daddy's
because now
dead,
they've lost two
and
parents.
and the mama's in jail.
Yep.
You dumb.
They
Mm.
lost
Now
two
you got to be a mama again. You stupid. Like,
over
I
there.
mean,
Hmm.
rest in peace to daddy. Don't nobody wanted him to be dead, but your stupid behind, you didn't help none. Now you got to be a mama again. You
Hmm.
stupid. You's a
She
dummy.
did.
You's
She
a
did.
dummy.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not just the men that are crazy.
Oh no, yeah.
That's
Women
just,
women tend to react off emotion
oh,
more often
oh,
than men. That's just what happened.
definitely more of women are reactors.
Yeah.
That's just mostly in our nature.
We
It's
tend to
very few and far in between for us not to react.
absolutely.
There has to be some growth in you as a woman to say, you know what, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna take into account what just happened, and then I'm going to deal with it. A lot of times we don't do that. A lot of times it's like, boom, let's go. You want to
Mhm.
go? Let's go. And don't let her be petty either. I'm petty. Sometimes I have
Mhm.
those petty moments and I'm like,
Mhm.
it's going down. Let's do it. They hit you. But I'm one of those women, or people,
Mhm.
we can just say people, to where if you hurt me, right? You
Mhm.
hurt me. You hurt my feelings, because my feelings mean a lot to me. And if you hurt me and my feelings, I'm going to hurt you back. And I'm not just going to hurt you, I am going to bury you. I am going to hurt you so bad to where you want to bury yourself, or you're going to sit in the corner and you're going to rock in the fetal position, because that's how far I go. I don't know how to, there's no stop in the middle past go. No, it's go. If
But
I'm
feel
there, I'm there.
but feelings are so subjective,
They
and
are.
feelings are your own, and you're the only person that is in control of your feelings.
Yes, I
So
don't have
if you're
control of
grown,
them.
but here's the thing, yeah, if you're in control of your feelings, how are you allowing somebody else to affect them?
Yeah, a lot of times I don't have control of those, and that all has to do with reacting. That's just,
But whose problem is that? I mean, you're making your issue into somebody else's issue.
no, it's not gonna be anybody else's issue. It's my issue, and I'm just gonna hurt your feelings because you hurt my feelings. But I get
But
what you're saying. I get
yeah.
what you're saying, but I
Mhm.
don't want to listen to it. We we have
So
these
this is
conversations
y'all,
like,
here's the thing, like, so, I am very much guilty of reacting off of emotion, but when speaking to my girl Shawnee, I I do play the devil's advocate. I will come in with the logic,
yes,
and, I am in certain situations she'll bring up to me, and I come in with the logic to help her see certain things, and it should be like, "Though I hate though she'll hate what I'm saying, she eventually will see what I'm saying, and of course I'm right, and then she will correct herself. And whatever situation she's going through, she will adjust it so that whatever problem she's causing, because it's her, always her, she'll go ahead and she'll fix it. But we were speaking on women having emotion, and that's a gender thing. So speaking on gender, do you subscribe to gender roles? Do you believe in gender roles?
As
Or
I've
do
gotten
you think
older,
it's situational?
I believe it's situational.
Hmm.
Um, I never believed in the whole gender roles before. Um, that's probably because of my upbringing. Um, my mom got married young, had me young, got divorced young, and I just didn't have um, a male role model. She got married multiple times and stuff, so they were men, but I didn't have a male role model, so I didn't believe in the uh, that whole gender thing. It was you do it, you get it done, because my mom did it and she got it done. She was also the type to like to take care of men, and I just was like, I'll never be like that ever. So I guess I as they speak about things now, they say you have your what are they calling it now? Your feminine your what are they calling it? Your women are living more in their feminine life right now. What are they calling it? I know you've seen it.
I know what
What
you're
are
talking about, but you're basically you're residing in you're residing in your feminine, and you're letting that masculinity go.
I'm getting there.
Hmm.
But yeah, before I couldn't say anything about that because I definitely lived in masculine because you had to get it done. Like um yeah. Yeah, because my grandfather who lived in the home died when I was very young. But he was an older man, so I just yeah. I believe in it now as I'm getting older, but younger me, I would have said no. And it's not
And
that I didn't see the older because I grew up around older people. When I say older people, like in the 90s, my grandmother was 70. So, like, I grew up in a lot around a lot of older people, so I saw them taking care of their men and making plates and oh, what you need, honey, and the men, let me help you with the like. I saw that, but I just
mhm.
didn't have it around all the time. So I just was like, I got to do what I got to do for me and make sure that it gets done and not have to wait on anybody because part of that is on our next show of mama trauma. So I'm not going to go in there, but that's part of that whole why I didn't believe in the gender roles. But I do now. I think it's as you grow or what you see as you're growing. What do you think?
Well, I also wanted to ask you about submission, and what are your thoughts on submission? What do you think submission is? And with the newfangled ladies and them asking about money up front, how do you think
Oh,
that plays into it?
um, asking for money up front.
Submission and asking for money up
What does that have
front.
to do with submission?
No, no,
That,
no. I'm not saying that they go together, but
okay, so I
like,
was like, for
kind
me,
of
that's whole tactics. But go ahead. I'm
no, no.
sorry.
What do you think about submission? Like, what do you think submission? How do you feel about submit? I'm sorry. What do you feel submission is? What do you think about submission? And how does all of that play into like the gender roles play into how these newfangled women are moving? Because, they're all, everything is about what can the man do for them insofar as what can they provide as far as monetary things are concerned.
Well, with all of that, that really okay. with that scenario that you just laid out, that has nothing to do with um, the whole submission thing. Like, you can't expect something out of someone. Like, yes, everybody, you have expectations, but that's more than simple expectations. That that's transactional. That to me is transactional. So you can't say that you are in a relationship or a whatever you want to call it, and you have these gender roles, and I'm going to submit to my man and I'm going to do this and do that, when your whole thing is transactional. What can I get? What can he give? What is that? And I know men who are like that too. I absolutely know men who are like that, who are like, what can I get from her? Um, or it's the men who are like, oh, I put this out. I put this out. So what they gonna put out? That's all transactional. When you're in a relationship and it has to do with gender roles and being submissive, it has to do with being a partnership, is what I believe. It's not what am I going to get from this person? What is this? It's you get to a point of where you're in a relationship of you're putting it there, meaning you're working on it. You want it to work. Relationships aren't the best of things, but are you wanting to deal with it? Like, there's things that you're willing to deal with, but you continue to deal with it. That's when submission rolls in and partnership. But more transactional is, I'm going to be submissive if he does for me. Well, it shouldn't be, a relationship shouldn't be about what can he do for me or what can she do for me. It's building one another up. Is being there for each other, and filling in those gaps where they may not see that it's needed. That's how gender roles come into play. But all that other shit, that's just transactional. That's my belief. I could be wrong.
My little grasshopper's growing.
Yes, yes. Coming from a 15-year of a horrible marriage that just was awful, but we won't go back there. But y'all heard a little bit of that before on some episodes before.
Girl, I am editing that right now. Oh, Jesus.
Yes, I went on a whole tangent. Yeah, because divorce is awful. People, like, I don't wish that on anybody, but my God. I also, back to what I said before real quick, child brides, don't do it. Wait till after 25. Don't be a child bride. Know you. No, what did you put up? Know thyself.
Know thyself. Know thyself. In all things, know thyself.
You have to. You have to. But you cannot have a submissive relationship if it is, what's the word I'm looking for? Not just the transactional, but if there are stipulations. You can't have a real relationship if there are stipulations, because that's not what a relationship is. It's give and take. It truly is give and take. And if it's give and take in the right way, you won't mind doing for that other person whatever they might need. And guess what? When you get to a certain point in that relationship, you don't even have to ask. It's just seen that it's needed and it gets done. And that's on both ends. And that's how you get to be in your feminine. And that's how you get to be in your submissive. Because guess what? I can trust that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. I can trust that you're going to be here when the shit show happens, because a lot of us, it's a shit show. I am the shit show president and CEO most of the time. So I understand. I'm not easy to deal with. When I'm not easy to deal with and you can still deal with me, guess what? damn, you want to be here. It's not about what I can give you, because guess what? When you get to a certain point in your life, you can do it for yourself. You can do it for yourself, but you don't have a problem doing for someone else when you actually care about them. It's not transactional.
I agree. I do subscribe to gender roles to an extent. There's just certain things as a woman I'm just not going to do.
Should I ask what?
I'm not taking out the trash.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't do that either. I don't take out the trash either.
And that's just, I just don't feel like it. I got kids for that. If I'm gonna have kids, y'all gonna do something.
Even if you don't have the kids for that, like, I'm not doing that. I shouldn't have to take out the trash. That's not my thing.
But no, and no, but there's just certain things that I prefer to do as just because I just do it better. But I see my spouse as the head of the household, as truly the head of the household, because he protects us. When I need protection, I don't defer to myself, I defer to him. There was a time, quick sidebar, there was a time when I was, as a big old belly pregnant woman, about to squabble in the driveway with this dude. Someone called I don't know who called him.
You're about to fight with a man pregnant?
Sure enough was, because
the thing is,
this white man called me a bitch and walked by. So I picked my pregnant belly up and was like, what the fuck you said? And I was about to fight with him. Somebody called my spouse. My spouse said, sit your ass down. What did I do? I sat my ass down. And he came through and had a good old conversation with that white man and said, if you ever speak to my wife like that again, it was going to be a problem. And when he said a problem, it's going to be a problem for him. So, and that white man had never called me out my name ever again. So he handled it like a boss. My spouse is not a big man, but he carries himself like a big man. He gets respect. So he is the head, but I support him as every neck should.
There you go. We talk about that all the time.
I turn him as every neck should, but he's still the head.
That's right.
I respect him as the man of the household, but he respects me because I'm the support system, because I take care of everything else so that he can provide for us.
Right.
So, now that's not to say that I let him walk over me, because I am a Black woman. I wish he would tell me to shut up or do something disrespectful. I wish he would, because that is the last thing he will say and see before he picks himself up off the ground, because he would never. But that's the thing, he respects me.
He respects you.
So he would never. So I don't even have to worry about that. So I could say I wish he would, but I don't even have to do that because he would never, because he's smart and he loves his life. So, and that's the thing. I'll tell you now, ladies, get you a man who respects and honors his mother, because a man who respects and honors his mother will respect and honor his wife every single time, without fail. Period. You can bank on that one. You can bank on that
one. I have been on both sides of it, and you are absolutely right. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Now, don't get the ones who respect their mama to the point where mama is really literally acting like his side piece. Like, that's a problem. We don't want a mama's boy. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So we don't want mama's boys, but get you one of them. But as far as submission is easy. I feel like a woman has no problem giving into a man when she feels loved and protected. I feel like that's her natural state, to fall back and let a man lead when he is capable of leading. Nigga, if you ain't got no money, if you can't even lead yourself, how you gonna lead me? I can't relax to allow you to lead if you can't lead yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where you're going, but you want to lead me to. You're gonna lead me into death and destruction. I wish you would. Just that's very much
Yep.
not Bernie, not Bernie Mac, not what's his name? Not D.L. Hughley. Kings of Comedy. What's the other one? He had the
Cedric.
I Wish Factor. Who has the I Wish Factor? That
Not
was
Cedric.
yes, Cedric the Entertainer. He
Oh,
had a joke.
does he say
He
that?
he has a bit called the I Wish Factor because Black people be like, I wish a motherfucker would. Because only Black people will say, I wish a motherfucker would. It'll be in everything. And then when you think about it, only Black people be like, yeah, I wish you don't want them to be there, but you wish they would. you, you know what I'm saying? You go to a concert, you got your tickets, be like, I wish a motherfucker would be in my seat. You don't really want them to be in your seat. You actually wish they wouldn't be in your seat, but you wish a motherfucker would. That's
the
that's the thing.
the
So
new phrasing for that is fuck around and find out.
no, I'm sorry. Nothing ever tops. I wish you would. I'm sorry because I fuck around and find out really is a different to me. Is a little different.
Really?
To me it's different. I can use they have a different place for me. They're not interchangeable for me. Mm-mm,
No.
they're not. Mm-mm.
Okay, so what's worse?
Um,
I wish you would is worse than fuck
mm-mm,
around and find out.
mm-mm, mm-mm. Like okay, take for example the seating situation.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, when you're somewhere. Yeah. Okay.
You can't use fuck around and find out because you don't even know somebody's there. But you'd be like, I wish the motherfucker would be in my seat. But you can say that, but fuck around and find out, like, that's not gonna really work in that situation. You know what I'm saying? They're not interchangeable. I think they can be, but not all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, any event, so yeah, ladies, get you a man who really honors and adores his mom. Um, make sure your man has a plan for you, plan for himself. Because if he can't plan for himself, he can't plan for you. He sure as shit can't plan for a family.
Mm-mm.
Um, and then, yeah. And then again, submission comes so easily. Like, just think of like, just think of it. Like, let's just say you're on a team at work. You have a project. You have a team lead. Everything's kind of up in the air at first until you have a plan in place. And then once everybody has their thing, boom, everything's running smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing in a relationship. Your husband is the team lead, he gets everybody in place. Or not your husband, but yeah. Your
Yeah.
partner, or
Husband and partner.
even if it's not your husband, or whoever is your significant other.
Yeah. Right.
You just whoever is going to be the head, whether it's man, woman, man, woman, whoever is the head, they're the one, you submit to that person. Well, we're talking about a male female relationship for this one. It's so easy to just submit and just let that like there was a thing I saw on TikTok where a woman said, excuse me, she could basically she's so happy to be able to just be brain dead once her husband is around because she trusted him. That's how much she trusted him. Like they go
Mm-hmm.
out, she become brain dead. And I've noticed that. Like I just stopped paying attention to shit because my husband's there. Because I know now
Mm-hmm.
that's not very safe of me, but that's how much I trust him.
But
Like
yeah, you trust them and you have that comfortability. Mm-hmm.
we ask for directions. I'm the one asking for directions. I immediately stop listening because I just assume he's listening because
You
he's
got
sitting right
this.
there.
You're right. You got
You
this,
got
right?
this. Yeah, you got this. He's like, did you get that? I said, I absolutely didn't. I absolutely did not. You're sitting right there. He said, but you don't want to ask for directions. I said, I understand that. But first off, you're the one driving. And
Right.
second, you're sitting right there. And of course, he was listening. So, you've already proven yourself to be capable. You've already proven yourself that I could just literally take my brain out my head and put it into a plastic baggie and throw it in the back seat for a moment, and then just sit here and just veg out while you think. Again, not the smartest thing. I should, I should do better and be better. But I'm able to do that because he's shown himself, he's proven himself to be capable.
Right. No, totally get it. I'm there. I get it. I understand it. But the new era of women,
oh,
they
go
want
about
a
that.
relationship, but they really don't. They
Yeah,
want transactional.
that there's a thing going around where a young lady is sitting in the front seat of a car. I don't know if this is a skit or what. She's yapping. She's talking to this dude, and she's like, "Yeah, I got a dude, I got a man, but that's negotiable." And
With the dude in the car?
hmm
Oh hell no.
she's like, "That's
That ain't
negotiable."
disrespectful.
And but the first thing we're gonna talk about is my allowance and what I'm gonna get,
I got you.
and my money from my business and from my school and for this and for that. And I'm like, does she know his name though?
Oh.
And so he basically told her to please exit his car expeditiously.
As he should.
And
As he
so,
should.
but that's like the state of, that's why I said in the previous episode, not the episode, but the previous, run of episodes, is that the dating pool is a cesspool. It is a marsh. It is marshland. It is just piss poor at this point, and I'm feeling so bad. I'm thankful that I'm not in it, but I feel so bad because it doesn't seem like the men have many options. It doesn't seem like the women have many options. I feel bad for everybody involved. Like, it's like you stated, it's all very, very transactional.
Yeah.
The men, the women, they just want some money, and then the men, they hate the women, and then the women are looking.
Men are hating women. You got that? Like, I'm noticing that.
Yet the men hate the women, and then the women are like, I just want money because the men hate the women. But it's like, where is all this coming from? There's TikToks now on how to ask men for money.
Damn.
I'm like, I was like, I don't even like asking my husband for money.
Right?
I'm married to him. I'm like, oh God, like, oh.
I've never been comfortable with that though. I don't know
I've never been. Yeah, I've never been. I don't like. But here's the thing.
but I think that's our generation.
I like asking anybody for anything, and that's
Yeah,
because
that's
that means
hard.
if I ask you for something, I owe you something.
That's hard.
And if I owe you something, then I feel like it's gonna be hung over my head.
Oh,
I don't mind giving something. If you ask me for something, I don't mind giving it, but I don't like asking for things because I want to pay you back as soon as possible.
Soon as I can.
Like,
Yeah.
and that's a borrow, but like I prefer that if I say something, that you just give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel better about it. But even if you just give it to me, then I feel kind of an ick because I still feel like I got to do something for you in return.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. I do like gifts though. So if you want to just trick off on me, I can just definitely give you all my Cash App and my Zelle and all that. If you just want to trick off on me, I definitely will take love offerings anytime.
I can't.
Yes.
Okay.
Just let me know. You let me know.
Okay, ma'am. All right. We hear you. Well, it's getting a little late. Are we gonna wrap this up?
Oh yeah, this is a nice little short one here. Okay.
We got a little bit, right?
We got enough.
One episode.
Yeah, we got enough for a couple episodes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank y'all for tuning in for however many episodes this ended up being. My head hurts. This is Lola Facts. I was about to call myself Shawnee B. Then I
No,
was
this
like, that's
is
not my
Shawnee B.
name.
Right
I
here.
was like, my name is Lola Bead. I was like, that's not my name either.
No, Shawnee B. Right here, Shawnee B.
Yeah, I had a full day of work. Then I'm doing this. I have editing to do. I have studying and tests to take. So we are very, very busy ladies. I have a son that's running around here. I know he didn't take his shower. My dog keeps running up trying to figure out what I'm doing. He's so nosy.
I'm trying
I
to play
wish
with the little one right now. She just
she
walked
got
past.
she got a nice little cute little pup. Little cute little pup.
So dang cute.
Little
Um,
pup. But yeah, thank you for sitting in with us. I am Shawnee B, AK. No, I'm not.
you're
Oh my
Lola
God. Oh my God.
Fact.
I'm cute. That's all I'm
All
saying. I'm
right.
cute. I'm cute. I'm cute. That's all I'm
Thank you
saying.
guys for tuning in today to we'll name the show later. I'm Shawnee B. That's Lola Facts. Y'all have a blessed one. Bye.
Peace.